You are watching KAVU 25 News Now weekends at 5:30.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I am Amaya Norman. Up to 62 million people are under a winter storm threat. The powerful system has already dropped snow and ice in the Central Plains with 50 miles per hour winds on the way. Experts with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says for some areas this could be their heaviest snowfall in the decades. Leaders in those cities expect widespread road closures and quote considerable disruptions to daily life. Significant icing is possible for Kansas and Missouri through the central Appalachians and potential parts of Maryland and Delaware. So far, the state of Kentucky and Virginia have declared a state of emergency. Our area, including Victoria, also bracing for a cold snap with temperatures expecting to drop significantly in the coming days. Now it's time to prepare. Protect your pipes, bring pets indoors, and stock up on essentials like food and water. Stay informed by keeping an eye on local weather updates and make sure your family is ready to stay warm and safe during the chilly weather ahead. As we expect colder temperatures, warming centers are opening their doors. The warming centers open from January 5th through January 11th. Locations include Our Lady of Sorrow, Trinity Hall, the Salvation Army, First Unit Methodist Church, and Christ Victoria Lutheran Church. Hours are 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. with transportation available at Christ Kitchen. These centers welcome everyone, though the Salvation Army is designed for adult men only. The Salvation Army Captain Kenny Jones says these services are crucial for those who are unable to keep themselves warm during harsh winter weather.
There are places for you to be. If you can't get there, we'll get you there. So come in out of the cold. There's no reason to be cold. If we're not here when people need us, then we're not doing what God has called us to do. And that's not what we want to be doing. We want to be here for whatever the needs are.
The Salvation Army Life Enrichment Center is open for families and all individuals from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that leads us to your viewer poll for today. How are you preparing for the upcoming winter freeze? So far, that is in the lead is at 51% is check pipes and heaters. I totally agree with that. Make sure your pipes and heaters are checked and make sure you are staying warm for this freeze front. And you have time to participate. We want to hear from you. Come to our website at crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate, and we will have the latest here at 10. Victoria County is hosting a presentation on how to prepare for a winter storm. It takes place Thursday, January 16th at 5 p.m. Public Health Emergency Coordinator Ralph Montez will lead the class. Learn how winter storms impact public health and how you can stay safe. Just show up at the Dr. Patty Dawson Public Health Center at 2802 North Navarro. Now it's time to check in on our weather with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Trey Mining. Trey.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that with sunny skies, temperatures currently in the 80s around the crossroads, that winter cold air is not that far away, but it's coming soon. Believe me, this time tomorrow you'll be singing a different story and trying to get your best inside away from the cold temperatures. 74 degrees on the outside, sunny skies. That's actually a thunderstorm way out there in the distance in the Gulf of Mexico moving away from us. There it is right there moving out the Gulf of Mexico, drier air moving on in. Then we'll see the temperatures beginning to fall rapidly coming up after sunset. Matter of fact, we have a wind chill advisory and a freeze warning in effect for the eastern counties through most of the crossroads region. By the time you wake up on your Monday morning, temperature is likely to be at about 32 degrees. Get ready for that. How long is it going to last? Any rainfall? We'll take a look at that coming up later on in the full forecast. Amaya?
Thank you, Trey. The New Orleans attacker visited the city twice prior to New Year's Day. He used Meta smart glasses to plan out the attack. Take a listen to an FBI agent as he breaks down how that happened.
Of Meta glasses when he conducted the attack on Bourbon Street, but he did not activate the glasses to live stream his actions that day. Jabbar stayed at a rental home in New Orleans beginning October 30th, 2024. He was in town at least 2 days. During that time, Jabbar, using Meta glasses, recorded a video as he rode through the French Quarter on a bicycle. This video shows Jabbar during that trip in October with his Meta glasses. As we continue to learn more about that trip, we ask anyone who may have seen or interacted with him to contact us. Now, for more information, Meta glasses appear to look like regular glasses, but they allow a user to record videos and photos hand-free. They also allow the user to potentially live stream through their video.
And President Biden will head to New Orleans tomorrow to attend a visual in honor of those killed and hurt during the New Year's vehicle attack. 14 people died and many more were hurt when a truck rammed into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street early Wednesday morning. The president is expected to speak during a visual. Investigators says the suspect, Shamsuddin Jabbar, was an Army veteran who was from Beaumont and was living in Houston. They said he had an ISIS flag in his truck. Authorities believe he acted alone. The Yoakum City Council is holding a meeting on Wednesday to discuss an executive position within the city. 25 News Now reporter Trenton Whiting. Join us with the more details. Trenton.
Thank you, Amaya. The city of Yoakum is planning an executive session to review the city manager position, a position currently held by Michael Mitchell. The agenda says council will deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of the city manager. So the nature of that meeting isn't clear just yet. However, the city manager's seat has seen some turnover the past few years. Yoakum moved on from Kevin Coleman in 2023 after his 12-year stint as city manager. Their next hire, William Lynn, held the position for only months before his release. Mitchell is the latest hire, serving in the position since July 8, 2024. He was previously an assistant city manager and school board member in Goldthwaite before taking the position in Yoakum. Again, the details surrounding City Council's discussion haven't been released, but 25 News Now will report the resulting action following the meeting. Maya, back to you.
Thank you so much, Trenton, for that information. The City of Victoria meets Tuesday at 5 p.m. at 107 West Juan Lynn Street. City Council members will review plans to help the Texas Park and Wildlife Department improve the trail at Ted B. Red Park. The Communication and Public Affairs Department and Victoria Public Library will deliver annual reports. Authorities in Katy, near Houston, addressed a man accused of slashing tires on 20 vehicles. It all happened in one neighborhood last Thursday afternoon. Some of the incidents were captured on home surveillance videos, and Stephen Gaughan has more.
New Year in this neighborhood starting with a bang. No, not fireworks, but the popping of tires and the quick arrest of the man who authorities say is responsible for all of it.
I'm like, what is going on? Why would someone just hit everybody?
Jordan Moore says this surveillance video from a neighbor shows the suspect going from car to car along Westwood Pines Road in Katy.
You can see he just walks up, stab, 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 walks up to the next one, stab, 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 and just keeps going.
He tells us it cost him about $500 to get 2 tires replaced.
And it's just a pain, you know.
Down the street, it's the same story.
I was like, why? Like, it's the beginning of the new year. Like, why do we want to start off on this foot? So it's just an inconvenience.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office confirms there were more than 20 reports made in this neighborhood and other adjacent ones. This evening, the Sheriff's Office detaining the man who they say is in these videos. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez identified him as 22-year-old Jesus Arellano.
The deputy that mainly patrols this area was out here and ran across the suspect walking on the sidewalk.
The sheriff's office says the suspect lived in the neighborhood where he allegedly began his slashing tirade. He was found wearing the same clothes as the man in this video. He also had the same knife.
That's a good thing. He is in custody, so at least right now some comfort for people in the general area in the neighborhood.
Security at Joint Base San Antonio, the largest joint military base in the nation, was heightened Friday as it suspended a program that made it easier for federal employees to enter its installation. To read this full Texas Tribune, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com. And for more on today's news story, come to crossroadstoday.com. Don't forget to submit your birthday wishes. Carolina Estrón and Parker Cox or read them live on 25 News Now Sunrise. You can also submit a local military hero so we can recognize them. Coming up next, John Deere recalls thousands of riding mowers over safety concerns.
Let's take a look at the feel-like temperatures starting off in the 60s and 70s. And then by the time we get to about 10 p.m., we're in the 30s and 40s. And waking up tomorrow morning, feel-like temperatures in the 30s and 20s, maybe even some teens in the northern parts of the Crossroads region. Bundle up. It's getting cold. We'll get the details coming up in your forecast.
The 89th legislature regular session runs from January 14th to June 2nd. Republicans control the House and the Senate. Lawmakers have filed a record number of bills for this session. They plan to target property taxes, abortion, public education, including school choice, and border and immigration issues. Stay with 25 News now to follow the 140-day lawmaking session this year. Starting Sunday, drivers in New York will have to pay a lot more to get into certain parts of the city. It's called congestion pricing. The New York Times reports it meant to unclog busy areas like Manhattan, where it will now cost drivers $9 to get into while raising money to improve public transportation. But suburbans drivers complain it's punishment to them. New York was named the world's most congested city by a data analytics firm back in 2023. Thousands of John Deere riding mowers are under recall. Kawasaki Motors USA is recalling nearly 40,000 Z-Track zero-turn mowers with Kawasaki engines. The mowers were sold in the U.S. and Canada between October 2018 and September of 2024. The recall is due to a potential fire and burn hazard. No injuries reported so far. Owners should stop using the mower immediately and contact a John Deere dealership. Repair to impact mowers are free. The Victoria Public Library is hosting a collage night this Monday in the Bront Room. This arts craft collage night is open to teens, adults, and everyone who loves creativity. Supplies such as magazines, newspapers, scissors, glue, and tape will be provided, but feel free to bring your own materials to make your collage truly unique. Join the fun and let your imagination shine. Experience our digital streaming service Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus.
Once again, a reminder, we have a wind chill advisory for the overnight tonight and a freeze warning for most of the area, especially from Jackson County to the Houston area, which does include all and most of the Crossroads region except for the southwestern counties. Temperature is taking a big dive before too much longer. How long will it last? Find out in the full forecast coming up. Today's a big day of change temperature-wise because we had highs earlier today in the low 80s area-wide, and the cold air is not that far away. As a matter of fact, it's cooling down as we speak there in Gonzales and Hallisville and the Yoakum area, while it's still in the 70s from Victoria down to the coast. We'll run this feel-like temperature model all the way through the rest of the evening to the early morning hours tomorrow. Look at this, by 9 p.m. already in the 30s. That is the feel-like temperature, the wind chill factor, not the air temperature, but the wind chill factor. Keep that in mind. Definitely feeling on the cold side. It'll continue to work on down to the coast. By the time we get to 1 o'clock in the morning, we're in the 20s and 30s area-wide, and even colder than that. Probably even some teens in the northern parts of the crossroads by 3 a.m. And then by the time we get to 7 a.m., teens and low 20s area-wide throughout the entire crossroads region. Definitely a bitterly cold morning ahead for us. It's kind of a shock to the system, so you better get ready for that. Fronts moved on through, and with the precipitation, northerly winds about to take hold and bringing that cold Arctic air down from the north and pushing the rain into the Gulf of Mexico. Tomorrow will be actually pretty nice and sunny, as we see clouds increasing ahead toward your day Tuesday into your Wednesday, as another upper level system comes in from south and southwest, giving us some rain chances pretty solid with that on your Thursday. Notice this weather model here has the freezing precipitation way north of our region here. Looks like we'll be above freezing. It'll be a cold, rainy day that day, but definitely above freezing for us, more than likely. Have to go to about Waco or so to Dallas-Fort Worth area to see any snow or any freezing rain or even sleet up there. So don't have to worry about frozen precipitation. It gets close to Austin by the time we get to 5 o'clock on your day on Thursday. So if you're traveling that way, be careful out there, because there'll be slick roads and dangerous driving conditions. Victoria, sunny skies, cold temperatures throughout the day tomorrow. High temperatures only near 50 degrees by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, with a feel-like temperature only in the 20s or so. So cold all day long. Wear your big coat. Port Lavaca, starting off with lows in the 30s tomorrow morning after our highs in the 80s today. Sunny skies with high temperatures near 50 degrees. That's it. And for Cuero as well, starting off near freezing, more than likely, maybe dipping just to about 32 degrees or so by about 5 o'clock in the morning. Sunny skies all day with the cold temperatures near 50 degrees for the daytime high. And extended forecast for us have alert days pretty much all day. Why? Because we have near freezing temperatures all these certain days of the week coming up. Rain chances more than likely staying liquid precipitation by day on Thursday, with maybe a little bit of warm up, maybe a little bit coming up by your Saturday and Sunday with highs in the 50s. That's going to feel warm compared to what we're going to be experiencing starting tomorrow. Low temperatures, near freezing pretty much each and every morning for the next 7 days. Be careful out there, stay warm and safe out there. Take a look at this right here. This is the QR code. Get your smartphone, scan the code. You see right there, they take you to a webpage. You can download our app. News, weather, and sports at your fingertips. Very easy, convenient, free of charge to use and have on your phone to be connected with us in the crossroads. Well, let's see, we've got Max over there with sports.
That's right, Trey. A little bit different here. Again, Ray right now is again still on vacation right now, everybody. So taking over here for the weekend here. And after the break, I'm going to highlight the 361 All-Star Volleyball game held at Hallettsville High School. So I'll give you the rundown and talk to one of the volleyball players coming up in sports. All right, everyone. So tonight we had the 361 All-Star Game, which started about an hour ago there at Hallettsville High School, and some of the top volleyball athletes across the Crossroads are competing here in this event for the first time ever. Like some stars like we mentioned throughout the year, Victoria East star Addison Azuna, Cuero's Sarah Rodriguez, and then Calhoun's Neva Rangel, and also Tidehaven star Mary Johnson. Now, before the All-Star Game began here at 5 o'clock, I went to Hallettsville to chat with some of the players and Desiree Evans and kind of asked about how she felt playing in this event and being selected as an All-Star.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm playing with two other girls from Industrial, Kate and Pacey, and then obviously people from different schools. But it's been really exciting bonding with the girls and just going out and doing something a little bit different than the typical club team or something like that.
And congrats there for Desiree again for this team. And again, congrats for all those ladies competing in the first ever 361 All-Star Game. Now also yesterday, we had some local action there in the Crossroads again with the first Crossroads liftoff there at Victoria East High School there for women's powerlifting. We had multiple teams competing in this event there, Victoria East and Calhoun there, and also Victoria St. Joseph competed in that event there yesterday. And here are some of the results there that we found. Calhoun won, having a total of 64 points, and the Victoria East got second there with 35 points. And some individual awards went to Calhoun wrestlers there. Placing first there in Zaylee Cano there, placing first with 1,135 pounds lifted. Marta Acuero there placed second there, a total of 645 pounds. And then Zara Cano also placed first with 945 pounds lifted. So congrats there to all those sand crabs and then everyone else that competed there in this event. Now over to the NFL, the Houston Texans, they're looking to finish the regular season off strong. They played the Tennessee Titans on the road today. So the Texans already knew in this game they clinched the number 4 seed and they would host a playoff game during wild card weekend. So the Texans, they wanted to sure things up, right? Get on the board here early. They start off C.J. Stroud finding Nico Collins there in the end zone. The Texans would get up there 7-0. Then the second quarter, Damian Priest again gassed for a 92-yard rush touchdown, and the Texans there again get a nice win there. They are automatically going to be the number 4 seed there going in. Right now they look like they're going to get the Chargers or up right now, but we'll see if that changes. It'll either be the Chargers or the Steelers there going into that one. Now the Dallas Cowboys, they were in action today, but not on the right page because right now they have not had the season they want to go there for the Cowboys. And again, they had to turn the keys there to backup quarterback there, Trey Lance, and he faced the Commanders. And again, the Commanders had in this game had a chance either number 6 seed or number 7 seed. So Brandon Aubrey had 4 field goals to help the team out. But Marcus Mariota had a big run, and then at the end of the day, the Commanders would win this game 23-19, and the Cowboys would finish off there 7-10 there overall. And then finally tonight, the Houston Rockets have a regular season game there versus the Los Angeles Lakers. That's going to be in a few minutes here, right at 6 o'clock here. The Rockets head into this game there 22-12, looking to make a deep postseason run, while the Lakers there are 20-14. So leading scorer for the Rockets this season is Jalen Green, who's averaging 19.6 points per game. Leading rebounder there for the Rockets is Alfred Seguin, having 10.6 there rebounds per game. So I expect this one to be a high-scoring game and going all the way down to the wire. That's going to do it here in sports. Amaya, back to you.
Thank you so much, Max. Mourners in Atlanta pay tribute to late President Jimmy Carter. Stay with us coming up. Grab your cell phones and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download Crossroads Today app. You can watch us anytime, anywhere, get breaking news alerts, and vote in our viewer polls. Submit news tips and photos, and you'll know all about our ongoing contest. Today, mourns in Atlanta are paying their respect to the late President Jimmy Carter. His remains were moved to the Carter Presidential Center on Saturday for a private family ceremony. A steady stream of visitors has been paying tribute, and the public can visit around the clock until 6 a.m. Tuesday afterwards. President Carter's casket will be flown to Washington to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol before his national funeral on Thursday. Yeah.
It's just sad news, like I said, anytime, like I said, a president like that, especially like Jimmy Carter, you know, it's just always sad to see that happen.
Yeah, quite an really amazing individual if you read about his life.
Yeah, I don't know much about Jimmy Carter. I wasn't born around his time, but my grandparents were. My grandparents around his time, and just to hear that they said that was really a wonderful president that is very hard to come by again.
Exactly.
Like, you know, you want to be a leader like that. You want to represent the country.
Setting the example, yes.
Yes, set an example. And not only was he a president, but he was also the public eye. So, you know, he was a great example.
Absolutely.
So how will the weather be looking
I'm
like
going
for
to
this week?
set the example for wearing a coat. Coming
the first
tomorrow. So kind of learn about what I do here. And sunny skies for your day tomorrow, but don't think it's going to be warm. We'll have high temperatures probably in the upper 40s after lows in the low 30s coming up for tomorrow morning. If we keep this trend going for the next several days, good rain chances, especially on Thursday. Looks like it should be all liquid precipitation here, but north of I-10, that could be a different story. A little bit warmer, a little bit by the weekend.
So we will have alert days for 6 days. That's the whole entire,
Because
basically the whole entire week.
Exactly.
Well, I
be
will
weather aware.
Well, I'll be in my apartment. So thank you for joining us. We hope you will be with us for tonight for 25 News Now at 10.